Hi, everybody. It's been far too long, and I'm really sorry. I have some really good excuses. I moved again. This is my new office, not quite complete, but since I am many weeks behind schedule, I thought I'd go ahead and let you watch the progress from here and get a blog out. So I moved back to St. Simon's because it is my intention to start to build on my piece of property down the road. And like it or not, I'm going to have to micromanage that a little bit. So I'm back. And it's good to be in relative civilization again. Astor was gorgeous and beautiful and wild and raw. And this is bustling with humanity, relatively speaking, and closer to humanity. So it only takes me like 5 or 6 minutes to get to the grocery store. Very different. I don't have to plan quite so much. And I get to get my scooter back out. It's in the shop now, getting all tuned up. I can't wait for that. What else? I guess that's about it. Blue. I hope you guys like it. So I guess the other big thing that's been going on is I am now knee deep, nearing the neck quickly in my most recent educational development, which is, God, you're not going to see that very well, are you? Conversational Intelligence. Some of you, I'm sure, will know her name, and some won't, with Judith Glazier. And I've been in the course for many weeks now. It's more than the book, which she wrote quite a few years ago, but it's a great companion to it. Wonderful, wonderful class. Really interesting, really exploratory. And it is so clear to me all the more value of coaching and training, most especially in a group. It's really, really interesting because of the way the mind works and how we learn and how we filter and how we hear and how selective we are about that. Really interesting stuff. So today I just want to talk about a couple of blind spots that we tend to have. Because as you guys know, I like to send an accompanying article. I usually write them, but today I'm going to utilize a couple of resources that Judith has given us. A, because I'm still painting and moving, but also because this is what I'm doing right now, and it's very interesting stuff. So I want to start by asking y'all, real simply, which blind spot I'm going to only mention 3 today, of the 3 that I talk about, do you think is like the one that you're like, oh yeah, I freaking do that, right? Okay, so just a quick summary so that you have that question top of mind. Blind spot number 1 we're going to talk about is assuming everyone thinks like me. Number 2 is going to be the lack of awareness or remembering that feelings change our reality. And the third blind spot is I'm too fearful to empathize. I don't have any room, so to speak, to empathize with what might be going on with another human or in a situation. So let's, you know what, God, that's already like an hour conversation. So let's just start with blind spot 1. How's that? You can still tell me down below, please. I'd love to find out which blind spot you think you lean into most. As your default, kind of showing up. None of it's right, none of it's wrong. It's just who we are in usually situations of stress where we're not being our normal, compassionate, and loving selves. So assuming everyone thinks like me is one I run into a lot in coaching with executives. And I think it's because they don't get a lot of kickback, right? And they assume that everyone else has the perspective they have, has the view they have, because they're not getting other views or perspectives. And so I want to ask you to kind of key into this when you're having conversations with others. We all have a bunch of filters going on all the time, and all of these filters influence how we hear, how much we hear, what we hear, and how we interpret that. And goodness knows, we've all played the telephone game. Interpretation leaves for a wide area of misinterpretation, right? I thought you said, right? This is why when we're learning to develop our delegation skills and communication skills, some of the tools we like to use are, can you recap for me what you think I'm asking of you? Or as umpteen of you have heard, I know from me, utilize something like the delegation tool that I offer that helps you walk through every possible area that might be a question mark. And then you can go through it with your staff or associate to help them really be clear on what's being asked. Right? Asking people if they could rephrase that for you, or please tell, here's one I like to use with my people, right? Please tell me what I just said to you, right? That's just kind of my off the cuff way of saying, because I want to make sure that I communicated well and that they heard well, because those are two very different things and they can both go wrong very, very easily based on our, well, all these other things, right? Our emotional state, our environment, the noise, how our sleep went that night, if we've eaten or not. So many things, as we all know. Life just gets in the way of living sometimes. So I'm going to leave you guys with that. Sorry about the teaser that I was going to do more, but you know, it's a big, big conversation. The article, here's going to be my challenge. The article I'm going to send you today is going to talk about pretty much all of them, I think. Yeah. And so for the next 4 blind spots, I will have to come up with new and interesting data to support it. Now, just because I missed a few weeks doesn't mean I'm going to barrage you every day or something with a bunch of these, because, you know, it's just not my style. But I do plan to get back on my little canoe and back to once a week. You might be hearing a little bit more from me in the next few weeks because I am launching my new program, and thank you for honoring it by passing it to anyone who you think it might be supporting, because if you're watching this, I probably already support you. Okay, thanks. Y'all have a great day, week, month. You are perfect and amazing and beautiful just the way you are. So go be that way. Bye-bye.